What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Overachievers Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Vash, joined, as always, by the one, the only, the neck brace aficionado, Dami, the Ashy Pastrami.
I thought we were talking about actually chef.
Yeah, Dami, the Ashy Pastrami Galliano. How's it going?
Hi.
And then also joining, also with the back brace, as opposed to the neck brace this week, is Chef Pokemon Go.
Pokemondo.
Pokemondo. Crondo.
Wait, what even game did you hold up a second ago? What game was that?
It's a box of Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's right. You're doing Pokemon cards.
So for those who don't know, you can also find us on Instagram at OG.podcast. Our Twitter, our X is OverachieversP. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where you get this episode and every episode where we're talking about what we're playing, what we're looking forward to, a little bit of gaming news. But Chef has gone down the entire road, and he is his entire life savings is
honestly,
now.
Josh, thank God you're not in the drugs, dude, because we would have lost you by now.
I smoke weed. That's why I don't.
But I mean, bad drugs.
You know what's funny? Check this out, and this is a testament to how much I fucking love my mother. But when I was,
she gave you the cards.
She gave me a lot of things in life. But anyways, when I was 19 years old and I was visiting her from college, and she's like, Josh, she's like, I know that you're going to do drugs, and I know that you're going to have the opportunity to do a lot of drugs. She just promised me you'll never do cocaine ever. And I was like, all right. She's like, Ma, she's like, Josh, she's like, do mushrooms. She's like, she's like, try it out. You know, just if it's natural,
open your third eye.
She's like, just give it a shot. You know, it's college. This is like, this is your time to try it out. Just promise you'll never do cocaine. I don't know why. Like, I just, to this day, I still like, and I've had some very, let's say I live in South Florida, and I've been to some clubs and had some very enticing offers to do things with cocaine. And I'm just like,
because you don't live in New York, because it's a prerequisite.
Yeah, but anyways, yes, I have a very addictive personality, for those of you that don't know. And
how deep are you in the cards now?
Well, let's see. I filled this whole box within 2 weeks. Yeah.
You just started this, didn't you?
Yes. So 2 weeks ago.
Well, we now know where Josh's 401k has gone to.
I currently, I mean, do you guys really want to know how deep this is going?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
so tell the people what they want to know.
You don't have to disclose, number one. Obviously,
I will tell you straight up right now that I have dove straight into Pokevesting, and I'm fucking all about it. Like, I'm actually having
this
is crazy. Like I'm not even playing with you right now. Like, I don't know what has happened.
Is this a subreddit?
But like,
of course it has to be. Are you joking?
But like, let me tell you that in the last 2 weeks, I have become more sound with my finances than I ever have been in my 38 years of existence. And Pokemon has somehow like made me become way more efficient with my finances. Like, it's very, I know this sounds really stupid, but
it's not that stupid.
The reason being
Pokemon go
is
to
because
the bank.
Pokemon go to the bank. This motherfucker was over there thinking about
go to the polls.
That's what I was.
So check it out. Check it out. So like, I got tired of collecting retro vintage games because, like, honestly,
Can I have my stuff back then?
No. Like, I love no. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love it all. It's just that it's too expensive. Like, if I want to buy a game, it's like $200 or $300, and I buy it and then it just sits on my shelf and I don't do anything with it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just not as like fun and enticing. But like, I don't know. I kept seeing posts on Reddit about this like card set that came out in Japan called 151, and it's like a limited set they did that are like the original 151 Pokemon that like we know. And I don't know, it just got me thinking about it. And I'm like, when I was a kid, I loved trading card games like Magic the Gathering, and I actually played Pokemon way back in the day. I don't have any cards from back then, unfortunately, but anyways,
I gave all my fucking cards to all of my nephew, and then also a friend had a kid and they were really into Pokemon. The only thing I have left is I have a first edition Venusaur, which
that's pretty good. That's
maybe
dope.
I'll get graded. Maybe
that's dope.
I have some somewhere. I have no idea where they are. They're sitting in probably a trunk somewhere at my parents' house, and I'm sure they have no idea what they have. So I have.
Dom knows exactly where this card is. Oh, That's actually dope, dude.
It's probably worth about $9.
No, it's definitely worth more than that.
Well, I mean, the corners are definitely not in the best. I mean, granted, I had this since I was fucking 10, y'all. This thing is 23 years old at least.
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive. And you knew exactly where it was too.
Yeah, I got in a hard, in my little drawer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have Charizard. No, I did. Well, I had what was the set that came out that had like the flower in the corner? It wasn't second edition. I had like
Flower edition,
one of the reprint editions they did. So I had a Charizard of that. I had a first edition Blastoise. I had like, Mew and Mewtwo and a bunch of other shit. And I was like, I don't give a fuck enough to sell these things. And I just gave them to like all my, except I don't know why. I just fucking loved Venusaur. I love the art for this. Like
Bulbasaur was my first dude. So I get it.
I generally think the art of the first 151 Pokemon was some of the coolest art. And granted, this is like nostalgia talking, like 100%. I know that, but like, dude, like the art was so good. It was so good.
So with that being said, so this new set that just came out last month in Japan is called 151, and it is surrounding the OG 150. This man, the original 151 Pokemon, right? So these Japanese boxes, inside of them, they have each like booster box, right, has a reverse holo, right? Are you familiar with what a reverse holo is? Well, for the people in chat,
the holo area it's the rest of the card area, right?
So for the people who don't know, a reverse holo would mean that the card itself is holographic, but the picture is not. Okay, because when you want like a holo, they'll call it that means that the picture is holographic, but the card itself is not. And then they'll say a full holo is when the whole card is holographic. That's like in Pokemon world. That's how they do it. So anyways, damn, I lost my train of thought because I was talking about the 151 set. So in this set, in each box of cards, there is guaranteed at least one Master Ball reverse holo, right?
Whoa.
So
yeah, that's like a big deal, right?
It is a big deal because these are very rare and highly sought after cards, right? So like a Pikachu reverse holo, for example, is worth about $700. And that's not even the rare card in the pack, right? That's just like one of the chase cards, they call them. So anyways, my mind got brewing, and I've been, watching Pokemon YouTubers a bunch. I've probably sank like a few, like 40, 50 hours just like watching different things about trends, about what to buy.
This art is fucking cool.
It's sick, dude. So
these art are fucking cool.
Check it out.
Share it for your screen for all the
Dom
watch
share
it later.
It. Yeah. So
if I like share it in this podcast, I can do a little up arrow.
Yeah, because like if I start sharing, I'll lose my train of thought. But like, anyways,
you see this?
Yes. So so that Pikachu right there.
Make it a little bit, a little bigger. It like control plus.
So check it out. Each box has 20 packs in it, right? And granted, these are the Japanese ones. They're about to do a release for this in North America. The North American release has not happened yet. I went out and pre-purchased 2 of everything that they're releasing for the US set, because I was thinking like, okay, this is sick. Like, look at that Gengar. Like at the Gengar. This one looks so cool. All of them look so cool, right? So like this new set that's coming out, I was like very interested in it. So I dropped about 700 in pre-orders, and my thought process is that people like us are going to like this set, right? And they're only going to print a certain number of it. And because we just lost Dom. He goes, yeah, and then drops out.
I have to start over again. Hold on. Hold on.
You left it. Yeah, I knew. That's
all right. I got to stop and restart 1 second. All right, take 2. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So we were talking about the Pokemon cards, right? So here was my plan. My Pokevesting. I'm giving you all my 401k advice for Pokevesting. Okay, it's Pokevesting 101 with Chef Crondo. All right, so 151. So I have been watching the prices on those Japanese boxes of 151 cards, right? And I've been watching it for they came out in the middle of July, and they hit MSRP at $60. Okay, so market retail price $60. Within
this man.
Within 1 to 2 weeks, The price of a box was $120.
Oh
okay,
my God.
from Japan, right? So check it out. Within a month and a half later, you could only find a box for $170. And there were only limited numbers of them. Your boy bought 4 boxes the other day.
Dude, that's
so I have 1 box that I'm going to open up on stream. And then I have 3 boxes that are going to go in acrylic cases and be like, goodbye. They're going in the closet. Like, just see you later. I'll see you in like 10 years when people are like, oh man, I would love to have like a set of this. I'd love to crack open a box of these, because there's people like that are out there, and there's tons of them out there. And yeah, your boy's going to capitalize on that. So that's my PokeVesting plan. And in the process, I kind of got into like what the modern sets are, and I'll show you guys some of like the cool cards I got like the other day. I actually can't see too well, but here's like one of the Charizards I got. Here's the gold Charizard I got the other day. It's like about like an $80 to $100 card. So I've been like having a lot of fun collecting and just like sorting through things. And I got a whole box of boosters right here. I've actually, I actually have opened up 2 whole booster boxes after my raids. A bunch of the guys that have been raiding with me, they'll hang out and stream, and like when I pulled this golden Charizard, dude, like there were probably like 6 of us. Everybody like freaked the fuck out. They were like, "Oh shit, he pulled Char! Oh my god!" You know, so it was just like fun. So like now it's packs. Now it's like a thing that like after raid they want me to like crack open packs of cards. So like I have to like keep a box around just to like kind of like.
Well, you got, like I said, like you need to record that stuff and put it on YouTube. Don't stream it. Put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Different.
Well, no, you're right. You're right. I will. I have to figure out how to do it properly, because yesterday I was doing it from my phone, and I did record it, but it didn't capture any of the audio. So because I was streaming on Discord, and then I hit the record button, and it didn't capture any of the audio. I guess because Discord was capturing the audio. But whatever, I'll fix it out. So when I do the big 150, so when 151 hits in North America, I literally have 100 packs of cards to open up. And Trondo's flying down. He's gonna like hang out with me. Like, we grew up together. I feel like this is like something really fun for us to do together. So I am gonna live stream that one. We will turn it into a video, but like I have been thinking about this for a while, and like I have plans of like trying to actually. I think this is the YouTube content that I'm actually interested in doing, because I tried to do it with the Contest of Champions thing, and then I kept having streaming issues, and I just really wasn't enjoying like sitting there playing it. Like, it was just kind of boring.
Yeah. Well, I guess you could stream it, and then you can also record while you stream through OBS, so you can hit record. So you can always just cut it up and put it on YouTube later. So you could do both.
I have to figure it out, but I'm definitely I'm very into this hobby. I'm very glad that I came across it. It's kind of like when Dom first found Warhammer, he got like super giddy about it. That's how I feel about this right now.
Hell
like,
yeah,
I'm pretty,
dude.
but I mean, I have to state right now, just for anybody out there that's listening, that's like thinking about getting in any kind of hobbies, it is super important to make sure you have a side hustle that gives you income to be able to afford these things. Yes. Because I am not buying, like I may sound like I'm making really foolish decisions over here, but like I build one website and I can buy like 10 boxes of cards. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I do have an addiction problem, gambling and shit like that. But like, you know, I also
you're being responsible about
you have to be responsible. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah. Cause it's a slippery slope, and you can easily find yourself being like, oh my God, I want to buy this. Oh my God, I want to buy that. And then you're like, oh shit, I got to buy Baldur's Gate 3 as well. And you know, I got to buy new champions in Marvel Strike Force, you know, and you know.
What would you rather have, a pack of cards or a chance at like a 5-star champion in MSF?
So I'm going with a pack of cards. Trondo was making fun of me the other day because when I was live streaming this, he was cracking up. He's like, oh my God. He's like, a light bulb just went off in my head. He's like, no wonder you like gacha games so much, because you've been addicted to this since you were a kid. Because like we all started opening packs of cards when we were kids, right? I know Dom and I did. Charlie, did you ever play Magic like that? Oh, yeah. So like you kind of get that dopamine chase at a young age, you know,
that's like an early feel of gambling, really, right? Like,
dude, there is no, I'm sorry, you cannot convince me that this is any different from gambling. Okay, it is just that I am getting a tangible item at the end of the day. These items I can turn around and sell for money. Okay, so yes, it is, and this box of cards could have $200 worth of cards in it. It could have $300. It could have $5 worth of cards. That is fucking gambling in my book. But anyways, just wanted to share my my new foray into my new, and it is a trading card game at the end of the day, by the way. People do play this as a game, by the way.
True.
Me, I'm just a degenerate, and I'm like just buying them because I think they look cool, but there are people that play this.
Sorry, because Mallory's coming here in a second. Her father and wife. No, her father.
Her wife, her father, and her wife. Yeah,
her father and his wife are here in town, and they're coming over. We're gonna go
Interesting. We're learning all kinds of new things today about my addiction and your personal relationships with your polygamy and things like that.
Yes.
And I just have my dog just being
and Archie
Right,
just like, you know, like
Exactly.
I gotta be on here right now. But yeah, video games.
Video games are cool.
I haven't played
any video games. So
okay, so Baldur's Gate 3 comes out in I think like a week or two on PlayStation 5.
It's less than a week.
Yeah, I am. So Toronto and Charlie, you should definitely, the three of us should play together to try to do a campaign together. I think it'd be fun as hell. But I am actually very excited about this. I don't know why, but Diablo feels like it fell off so hard for me.
Oh, I have some thoughts.
Let's talk about it. Because I just
hard.
It's just like
at all.
Why? I mean, we should want to play it, but like
yes.
So so we can talk about it. I finished Diablo 4. I got my platinum on PlayStation. I did all that, so I'm good. I'm good there. So I have a level 92 sorceress on Eternal. I have a level 100 necro on seasonal. I've done all the content. I've done all the things.
You got the plat trophy, right?
I did, yeah. I have a super hot take about D4.
Okay.
You ready for my hot take?
I'm ready for your hot take.
I think Diablo Immortal's better game.
Ooh.
There's more stuff. No, it's funny you say that. I've seen that same sentiment going on because there just seems like there's actually more stuff to do in Immortal than there is.
Now that you say that, I definitely spent more time playing Immortal than I did Diablo 4. 100%.
Yeah. So I have about 350 hours logged in D4 at this point because I have 270 on my PlayStation. Then I have another however many on PC, which you can't really actually track, which is weird. But yeah, I actually went back to play Diablo Immortal just to see what different because they had a new class that came out. I was like, oh, I'm going to play the Blood Knight or whatever it's called. I was like, it's way more fun.
Interesting.
Because you have things to do. There's daily quests to do.
Yeah,
you can log in and stuff, and like free, like pay to win, be damned. Like it's still like you can infinitely grind Paragon points if you really want to. Like you're not like once I hit like level 100, there's literally nothing to do in D4.
Nothing to do. You know, and the bummer is like when I did Diablo 3, you were only really doing the same thing over and over again. You were only ever really just grinding dungeons to try to get higher dungeon levels, right?
Yeah.
That type of grind feels absent in this one. It only really seems like you're trying to get higher levels maybe, but also there was just such more of a build variety too in D3 that it felt a little more like you could do different things. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not too.
I just don't like the game. I got to be honest. I just don't like it.
That's a fair.
I did it first, but then like it just got boring really fast.
I like it. I like what they did. I think that we're paying to play the beta. I think it came out a year too early.
Probably. Yeah.
You think so?
I think it's gonna. Yeah. So I'm gonna play season 2 when it comes out because I'm heavily invested. I love Diablo. I'm gonna play it. I probably create a new character. I actually might create a new necro depending on if they're talking about because I really enjoyed the blood spec when I played that because it was different. Yeah. It was different and I quite enjoyed it. But like if they could target farm certain things, I was looking for a specific unique ring from level 70 to 100. I couldn't find it.
So. If you hit me up right now and you were like, Josh, let's play a Diablo game today. my first reaction is going to be, let's play Diablo 2 or let's play Diablo 1. I don't know. Maybe I'm just that guy. D2. Yeah, maybe I'm just that guy, but like it just for some reason, like if you ask me if I want to play a game, like D4 is so far removed from my list of games that I want to play, and I don't know why. Like I don't know.
It just didn't feel like I really
nothing about it captured my attention.
Like it was fine. I just felt like there wasn't a ton of things to do. Like like you could run. Like, let's talk about a seasonal content. Seasonal is supposed to have like more stuff to do. You can do the malignant stuff. You have the different things. I ended up with like 60 something Wrathful Invokers by the end of the time I finished. Like you could do what? You could do Nightmare Dungeon. You could do Helltides. You could do a Legion event that nobody ended up doing. Or you could do a boss event once every 8 hours.
Yeah, but dude, like let's talk.
Started at like 9 o'clock in the morning.
So like killing shit is fun, right? But can I tell you the part that's not fun is managing your inventory. Like the game, like that's the part that I think falls off hard with this game. And this is the same reason I don't like Path of Exile either. Is that you're just like you go through, you mow down like an army of the undead or whatever, and there's like a fucking sea of yellow items for you to pick up, and then you got to sit there and be like, is this one have better stats? Does this one have better stats? Does this one have better stats? And then there's like the fact of like, oh wait a second, does this one have better stats than what I'm wearing right now if I put this ascendance on, like this
that's actually very
aspect
funny.
on it? It is, dude. So I spent more fucking time sitting there looking at my goddamn inventory, saying to myself, "Wow, is this an upgrade or is this an upgrade or is this an upgrade or is this an upgrade?" I don't fucking know. I have no idea. So like, it's just the game just became like me sitting there being like, okay, I'm gonna go kill all this shit and fuck this. I don't feel like sitting here and doing number crunching, so I'm just gonna sell everything and then we'll just keep pushing forward. And I feel like I don't get any more powerful because the game's so damn boring to me because all I'm doing is sitting here number crunching. It becomes a fucking math game more than anything else. Like I'm sorry. Not a fan at all. Like it's just not fun for me.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I get annoyed when the games do. It's the same thing with like Borderlands, dude. It's just, like I love Borderlands. I thought it was a great game, but like it just becomes this point where like too much shit drops. There's no like if we were to go play Diablo 2 right now, there is still a very steep curve in terms of the loot that drops. Like you don't see yellows dropping left and right. You just don't. So
I think there's something to be said about like obviously some games get it right and right off the bat they're fire, right? Like that happens. We've seen that happen. Like I wish it happened more, obviously.
Phasmophobia.
But there are what'd you say?
Like Phasmophobia or whatever.
Oh wait, I haven't played. Sorry, I haven't played a game. I'm playing Phasmo. There's a new update.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you for reminding me.
There you go.
But some games too, like like Charlie, you said, like it feels like you're playing the beta. Some games, unfortunately, need like a year or so of this like not beta, but it's pretty much a beta to then get good. Diablo 3 vanilla was whack at start, and then after a year or so, it was so good I dropped thousands of hours on it. Like you feel me? Like,
and that's where I feel like we're at today with D4.
Right, and unfortunately, I'm sure in a year D4 is going to be fire. I mean, at least I hope so because I want it to happen. Yeah, exactly. As you just said.
But what about I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and we're gonna talk about the next game.
Well, no, this isn't right. You don't even have to be devil. This isn't a right thing. This isn't a good thing. I'm saying, unfortunately, it is like it is like that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not excusing or defending it. Like no,
you're just spitting facts.
But unfortunately, that is sometimes how it is. Like isn't like people are going back into like not maybe I don't know if it's Cyberpunk or something, but like another game like there's other games that give it some fixes, give it some time. Give it some updates, and unfortunately becomes the game it's supposed to be. But also at the same time, unfortunately, to also go into another fortunate thing, I don't know if a extended beta that they could have done would have made the game right now better.
Yeah.
This was probably what they either intended or they didn't intend it, and they came out a little too soon.
Yeah.
But they won't know it's not as good until sometimes it's out.
Yeah.
And then they get shit on. No one wants to play it, and they're like, "Fuck, we got to scramble." You know, No Man's Sky, perfect example. Yeah. I mean, like,
on the flip side, Baldur's Gate 3 came out and appears to be right? So. I'm Michael and I or Trondo and I are trying to not watch too much about it because I'm actually very excited about this game. It is a turn-based RPG, and it's a co-op turn-based RPG with Dungeons and Dragons. based system, and like so, I love the concept. And
did you ever play Divinity: Original Sin?
I did not play Divinity: Original Sin,
and they had a second one too that also. So all of their games, it's made by Larian Studios, which made the same game.
Gotcha.
They also do co-op with that. So if you like Baldur's Gate 3, I highly recommend Divinity: Original Sin and the second one. Anyway,
I mean, I'm a huge fan of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. But
I never played a single Baldur's Gate. I have no idea what the fucking games
I did as a kid. Well, okay, straight up, this is nothing like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Not even remotely fucking close.
It's different.
It's different.
20 year gap of difference. I mean, that quite honestly is like,
you don't need to play. You don't need to have known what's going on to.
I would highly recommend not playing Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 in any reference to Baldur's Gate 3, because I can tell you right now that Josh, young Chef Crondo at the age of 13 probably broke like a dozen
fucking rap. Jesus Christ. They call me Young Chef.
Young Chef Crondo probably broke like a dozen keyboards over Baldur's Gate 1. So like that game fucked my mind up, dude. But like this Baldur's Gate is a very like slow turn-based RPG that's like
it is turn-based.
It is straight up turn-based. Dude, the original Baldur's Gate,
like it.
The original Baldur's Gate was fuck you, bro. It's like if you don't know how to play Baldur's Gate 1, that game will fuck your world up in about 2 seconds and you will be miserable. But anyways,
well, here's the thing: is it coming out for PS4 as well? It's PS5. Does anyone know?
I don't know that.
Because
I doubt
bought
it is,
anyway.
Dude.
So you'll have access to it to play it.
Oh, interesting,
on the PlayStation if you want to even just give it a go.
You think it will work on the PS4 also?
That's what I'm asking. I think so. But I don't know.
It looks so cool though. I'm so pumped to like. I want to play a gnome warrior and just be like incredibly strong and just be like the most ironic.
It's out on PC,
but it'll come out.
Yes,
it'll come out. It comes out on console like next week.
I think it's the 6th. The 6th of September.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, it's when is it? Yeah, you're right. No, yeah. So I forgot. No, it's this coming week. So it's the 1st. It comes out the 1st.
Oh, dope! Even sooner.
Because I saw it yesterday. I looked for it because I had it pre-ordered, and it says it's playable in 7 days.
And funny thing is that due to the fact that, actually, we can actually blame Baldur's Gate for my newfound Pokemon addiction, because I went to GameStop to pre-order Baldur's Gate 3 on PS5, and they're not selling digital copies of it. So
physical copies, you mean?
So I went to GameStop the other day, right? And Spain's in South Africa.
Always going back.
I'll change the continent up on you every time too. But yeah. So I couldn't walk out of the store with nothing. So I ultimately bought some trainer boxes of Pokemon cards, which was my initial jump in there. But super pumped for this game to come out. Super pumped. I haven't been very excited about an RPG in a while. I have Final Fantasy 16 downstairs, still shrink wrapped, but
yeah, that's what I'm finishing up right
sad.
now.
Great game. It looks great. It looks phenomenal.
I'm super enjoying it. I'm going to play it
for some reason. I just haven't wanted to play it. I don't know if there's something wrong with me, or like if I'm just at the point where I've played too many of these games to where like I want something new-ish, and Baldur's Gate looks. I think Baldur's Gate 3 looks a lot like what my idea of an RPG game is, where you make choices and your choices have consequences. It's not so linear. I feel like a lot of modern RPGs are very linear games, or they're like open world and they're just way too fucking big that you could never ever dream of finishing the game, you know?
Yeah, I feel that as well. So speaking of games that are open world, you can never finish. The new Assassin's Creed comes out.
Oh,
in October.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening. Wait, what?
Yeah. Mirage. It's like a callback to like the OG Assassin's Creed, which
Mirage?
I love.
It's called Mirage.
Mirage, yeah. It takes place in Baghdad, and I'm really excited to get into it. And it looks like the culmination of everything. I'm curious to see what they're going to do, because technically Ragnarok was the last of the trilogy that they were doing. So I'm curious to see where they're going to go with everything now. But I totally didn't even know that it was coming out this year. I guess Ragnarok came out 2 years ago. I guess it's every other year, opposed to every year that they used to be doing, which I'm thankful for. But still, man, whew. I'm gonna need some time off to play all these games.
Yeah, what else is coming out?
We had
I'm looking at the thing that was posted.
Endless Dungeon looks like the next ARPG that I kind of want to play. I know that Meech was posting some stuff in their Discord, which if you want to come hang out with us in our Discord, you can play discord.me/.
Yeah, dude. Did you see that they posted they're doing a remake of the Star Wars Dark Forces game? Did you guys ever play that? Did you guys ever play that? Oh, man, I am definitely going to be getting that. Like, that's like one of the most low-key OG titles from when we were kids that would just never got. I feel like it never blew up, but it was just like, I remember my cousin had it. I never got it, but I remember every time I went to visit my cousin, I would make it a point to sit down on his computer and play this game. Like, I just loved this fucking game.
I mean, there were every title had a Doom style game, you know?
Yeah.
It's just,
This is a very good one, though. This is a very good one.
Oh, for sure.
You're a stormtrooper, right? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
No, I think you play as Kyle Katarn. It's like the first iteration that started Jedi Knight. So it was Dark Forces, and then that character was so popular, or Dark Forces was so popular that they decided to make Kyle Katarn like an actual character.
Interesting
in the game. So someone else can correct me if I'm wrong. Who's the protagonist in Dark Forces? But I think it's Kyle Katarn.
I can't wait.
Gameplay just dropped for the new Space Marine, Warhammer Space Marine 2, which is a 10-year follow-up of the first Space Marine game.
Awesome.
And it looks...
Is that the one that you guys linked in Discord?
Yeah.
It looks
that game looks sick as fuck, dude.
It is so funny. Or not funny necessarily, but it's cool that the engine is the World War Z engine. Because that engine, if you haven't played World War Z, it's a zombie-style horde game that is very fun. It is a very fun game. It just like, unfortunately, it's the same thing with all those type of Left 4 Dead and the recent one they came out with. It just gets repetitive after a while, right? There's only so much. World War Z was cool though, because instead of just playing the missions over and over again, you could open up you could just start like a kind of like a randomized building type deal and just go from there. And so, wait, Mallory's I'm going to close my window.
Okay. Dude, you know what I was thinking about? We haven't heard anything about a new Resident Evil game in a little while, right, Charlie?
Is there plans for a new Resident Evil game?
Yeah, there's got to be 9 coming out. I think 9 was going to be the next one they're working on. And then I heard that 5 was going to be the next that they're remaking.
Remaking 5,
which I don't know, man. Arguably, like, I don't think 5 deserves a remake.
I think they're remake all of them at some point. I mean, every game is going to be fucking remade.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing so well, they might as well.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm not done with the Space Marine though. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You're good. You're good. I was just trying to fill the void while you were taking care of stuff.
The two things. Well, the cool thing about it being in the World War Z engine is you're fighting against the Tyranids, which are a swarm race in the Warhammer universe. Think of it like Zerg from StarCraft. Actually, hilariously enough, StarCraft was supposed to be a Warhammer game originally. Games Workshop was in partnership with Blizzard to make this game, and they backed out, and that's why the two universes are so fucking similar. But they're like a horde army. So like in the gameplay trailer, you just see like waves of termagants, which are like the most basic bug, I guess. In the Tyranids, you see them just like coming at you. It is so fucking, it looked so cool. I'm so excited to see that happen. The bummer is that game was supposed to come out winter 2023. They say it's been delayed and there's been no response. So unfortunately, probably not this year, which is a pretty big bummer because I was very much looking forward to that game. It looks
sick, dude.
It looks tight. It looks really tight.
I would definitely play that. Like, tight. I love the scene where he's like,
I think it's 3-player co-op.
I love the scene where he had the Gatling gun and he was just like mowing down a field of the like whatever was coming after him. So that's
also a cool point that the guns are, there's not like, so if you have a bolter, so a holy bolter in the Warhammer universe is a Space Marine gun. Only Space Marines can use it. It's literally a holy weapon. Like normal humans can't use it. It is a gun that fires projectiles that are rocket powered. So each bullet has a tiny little rocket on it. It's like that's like how serious, like one shot from it would like mulch a building, right? It's like that's the silliness of kind of Warhammer. Everything is overpowered to like the nth degree. But any version of bolter has the same bullets. It just, there are different kinds of them. So like a regular storm bolter, or a regular bolter just shoots the bullets normal, right? Blah, blah, blah. A heavy bolter just shoots them like a little bit faster, right? Like a little more force maybe. And then there is like the chain gun, which is like just the fastest shooting of bolt gun, you know. But then there are other type of guns like melta guns or like shoot like high speed like plasma energy, and not plasma, it's literally it's called melta. That's like the type of but there's always like cool guns. But the fun thing they're doing is you don't have to carry like 30,000 different kinds of ammo, right? Like there's gonna be distinctions between each gun, but most of the time you'll be able to share ammo between a lot of the same ones. Did we lose Josh?
I'm here. Just keep going.
Oh. But yeah, so I'm really excited for that game. I'm really bummed it's not gonna be coming out probably this year, but it is what it is. It's okay.
Yeah, so when I always wanted to play a Warhammer game, which I've always like. I like the character art and the styles and like the worlds, but I never really.
Do you still have those models?
Still have those models. I never did anything with. But I wanted to. I always wanted to play a Warhammer game, but it never seemed great.
This one looks great.
This one looks like what I wanted to play as a Warhammer.
Yeah. When I think of Warhammer, like for my uneducated Warhammer noob ass, like when I think of it, that's what I think of is like this big ass fucking space marine with a giant Gatling gun, just like mowing down shit. Like that's what I think of Warhammer, you know?
Yeah. And I will play this game.
Yeah. Dom, is it good that I view Warhammer that way?
Say the description one more time?
I said, like, I think a Warhammer is like this big ass giant fucking space marine with like this big ass armor, and he's got this like giant gnarly looking Gatling gun, and he's just mowing down like an army of some kind of like zealot looking, or not like zealot, but like Zergling looking fucks, you know?
I mean, that's what that Space Marine 2 is hilariously enough. Yes, I mean, Space Marines are like 7.
That's what I think of when I think of Warhammer.
Humans,
I don't know why.
It's pretty accurate. Well, also like one of the main antagonists in the Warhammer universe to humans, actually to anyone really, are the Tyranids, which are the bugs, which are the big bug like kind of dudes. But yes, it's very accurate.
You're saying Starship Troopers and Warhammer have a little bit of a crossover there?
It's really more so. Yeah, I mean, definitely StarCraft and Warhammer. Starship Troopers is just accurate because you're killing bugs.
Meme. Yeah, I just love Starship Troopers, the movie. It's like,
from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
Fucking classic.
I'm doing my part.
I just got third place in a little Warhammer tournament yesterday, which was fun.
Nice. Yeah, so let me ask you this: like, is there like a collection side of Warhammer, or did you start out by wanting to play it?
I got into it. I wasn't even sure if I was going to play the game. Really, me and Charlie's shared friend, this guy Matt, he has been playing for like a little bit longer than me. We were getting drinks right after the pandemic stopped being like, right when like bars were, you're allowed to hang out inside bars. We got drinks. We haven't seen each other in like a year and a half at this point.
Yep.
We're just chilling, having a drink and everything. And he's like, oh, I've been playing Warhammer. Like you should think about it. And that was hilarious because right at that time I was watching lore videos of Warhammer for no reason. It's not like I like planned it, but like some YouTube videos popped in my feed and I kind of like went down the rabbit hole of lore videos, and I told him that, and I shouldn't have said that because then he was like, okay, here's the email I just sent you already with everything you need to know to play the game and get in the game and blah 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 blah. Like seriously, he sent me an email with like all these links and this and that. I mean, it was good, it was great. And so I wasn't sure I was gonna like the game because the game is fairly complicated. Like that's without like
I could only I've seen some of the armies, brother. I could only imagine it looks insanely complicating.
It's just it's a very complex game. It's very fun. Love it. Anyone can play it. It requires some learning, right? And so the learning, I was like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, it just seems like
time
too serious for me. And I started painting, and like these were the first models. I started painting these little Chaos Space Marines. They're called Thousand Suns. I
remember those days.
Yeah.
That's dope, man.
That was the first.
Did you have to paint like all the little gems that are at his feet?
Well, the gems at his feet are actually so dusty because I haven't played these guys in a bit. The gems at his feet, I just went to like a Michael's and bought these like iridescent beads.
Okay. That's cool.
Which they're cool, but now like here's the difference though. Like so when I first started doing it, I was just like I was going to hobby shops and getting like iridescent beads. Now it's like to show you the difference.
Today on Overachievers Game Podcast, we're revealing hobbies and what they can do for you.
Now the difference is like I have this like hobby paint.
Hot damn! Look at the difference in. Is that like one of your more modern pieces?
Yeah.
Dude, that looks
like
sick compared to the other one. Holy shit! I mean, not like trying to like dog the other one, but I'm just saying like that's
very much better. But like now it's like it's this material like there's like this hobby material you could buy. And then like you put some shade into it and you dry brush over it. So like, that's definitely like the difference in like the basing I'm doing from like my first model, which is like no basing, to now like, yeah. This is the Avatar Cane.
That's fire. I wish
I could show it better.
That's fire, bro.
Actually, I think I just posted a photo of it. I'll let you know in a different Discord.
That looks super cool.
Yeah, it's super rad.
I'll share it in our Discord.
I gotta say, man, like I feel like I've been lost looking for a hobby for a while, and it's funny because Dom stumbled across Warhammer, and now I totally get it because I feel the same way with Pokemon cards, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's taken over, but I've noticed I've been a lot less depressed since I got into it because I've been more like focused on making money so I can buy more cards, spending time organizing them, going to the different card shops, getting to know the different owners. I found my card store straight up because I went to the 4 local card stores, and 3 of them, they were cold as fuck and they were pricey. And then I go to this other one. The guy's like, he's like young, and we were just talking for a while, and he's like, yo, if you leave a 5-star review, I'll give you a free pack of cards. And I was like, bro, that is the most genius digital marketing. And we sit there and start talking about marketing for a hot minute. And I was just like, all right, dude, this is my store. Like, I just, you know what I mean? Like, you just know it's important. You got to have it when you're into hobbies. Like, it's very important that you have a local store. That's sick, dude.
Yeah,
very sick.
Yeah. It's like, it's got like this like magma skin type of deal. Like I actually had to pronounce the yellow a little bit more in his skin.
I love the
glowing sword.
I love the detail on the strands coming out of the top of the helmet.
Oh, that's his hair. Yeah.
That's his hair. Yeah. Like so that's awesome.
This is cheat mode. I'm going to tell you the cheat mode. It's great. This is the great thing about this hobby is this is using a paint called contrast paint. The paint will pool in crevices.
Yeah.
And it make it look like it's a shadow. So this is literally just a single paint that I did. So you paint you do what's called zenithal priming. So you prime the whole thing in black, and then from above it and off to the sides, you do it in white. So it looks like natural light coming into it. And then from there you use contrast paints because they're not like a regular layer paint where it's just like like the red in the armor pieces, Yeah. That is just straight red, like a normal red, right?
Dude, that's so sick.
And that's like a flat color. But then the contrast paints are a little bit thinner, and then they have this pooling material, this medium that will then sit into the crevices. And it's the same thing like the sword, actually. The sword was just straight white. I did a yellow over top the whole thing, and then onto the sides I did an orange contrast. And then I just made sure I rubbed out the middle so that the yellow peeked out more. And then that's what
you rubbed out the middle. Flaming.
Dude, I love rubbing out the middle. They used to come. Never mind. Let's just stop that joke now. Yeah, it's tight. It's really tight. But yeah, so
that is.
I played my first game and I lost for so long. I didn't win a single game for so fucking long.
Yeah.
But because the game isn't necessarily that you're just good at it. It's just if you know the rules, you'll win. Not even joking you. Just literally knowing the rules. Strategy comes second.
Yeah.
Because if you know the rules, the strategy comes with the rules. I know my guy can do really good when he's fighting. That means I have to be prepared. He's not good at shooting. He may be weaker to be shot at. I have to make sure that I set him up for success so he can get into the fight. I have to hide him. I have to run him behind cover. I have to make sure he can't get blah, 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 blah. So like, if you know those things about each individual unit, they're specifically what they can do, their defensive profiles, their offensive profiles, then winning into it just comes kind of naturally, which is a tight little thing. Yeah, super fun. Very fun. I wish all my friends played Warhammer because it's great.
I just wish I had time for it. I tried it.
It's a lot of time.
I've been thinking about trying to play Pokemon. I don't know if I'll like it or not, but I mean, I have all these cards, right? So like, I thought about maybe trying it.
The problem is though, you're collecting cards and you don't want them to deface. You don't want to deface them.
Well, I mean, but like I could, Well, I'm also collecting a lot of like the super art rares and the super.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Those I don't have to play with those. No. But I mean, like, dude, I've got like out of this whole box.
Yeah, I'm sure you can make a deck out of those.
These hard steel ones are the only ones that are like the super rare ones, and the rest are. I mean, I could build decks with the other stuff.
Yeah, so. Easily.
Also, like, I mean, I have enough cards now to where like I'm taking them. I have a whole bunch of extra rares, and I already talked to the dude. I'm gonna bring them all in because he needs cards to resell, and so I was like, oh, well, this could be a good little good little relationship we got here, buddy. Don't fuck it up and try to gouge me, man, because that's when I go to other stores. I called up one and I'm like, hey, how much is it for a box of Obsidian Flames? And he's like, oh, it'll be 140. I'm like, okay. And then I call the other one. He's like, oh, it's 115. I'm like, that's the one. Like, that's a steep price difference in price, my guy. Like, what the fuck? But Charlie, what's going on, brother? You've been quiet this morning.
I'm just listening in on the conversation.
You're just listening. He's like, my hobby is I film Ryan Reynolds and then I rebuild my kitchen. Like, that's my hobby.
I mean, I'm not doing my kitchen. Kidding me? I'm paying someone else to do that shit.
Oh, well, I know. The way that Amanda was posting about Instagram, I almost assumed that you guys were doing.
I at no point in time thought that Charlie was doing it. I knew you hired people.
No.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, "Yo, commended, dog."
I mean, I will do like the stuff that's like not like I'm happy to do like build walls and like run electricity and do all that fun stuff that like I don't. It's like not gonna. It's fine. Like obviously I did the basement down here, but like I'm not gonna mess with like that sort of stuff. That's just like
fair.
I will fuck it up, and I'm not down to like do all that stuff, but like I'll build a basement, I'll build a bathroom, that's what I'm going to do the rest of the place down here. So I gotta order some doors first.
Are you playing a game right now, Charlie?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I was playing D4.
You just platinum D4. What you working on next?
I'm working on Final Fantasy 16, like I said earlier.
Is that even a hard game to platinum, or is it just like beat the game, like survive the story?
It's like do the story,
survive the 50-hour story, and you get a platinum trophy.
You have to do it twice. So
oh my god, fuck you, dude! What?
Why did you do it twice?
That's gross.
Because in order to do the one of the trophies for FF16 is you have to beat the game in the hardest difficulty setting. And
isn't it like a 40-hour game?
Yeah.
That's a nasty achievement to have to put on people. I don't mind it when it's
like 300 hours to do for D4.
Yeah, that's obnoxious. But I mean, like in relation to like, let's say a God of War or Resident Evil title where you can just have to go beat the game on Inferno, and it's like the game's designed to be speed ran, or not really designed, but you can speed run it where it like takes you a few hours. But like a Final Fantasy, a 40-hour commitment, that's a lot to put on. I mean,
I'll probably do it. But
I know you will. We know you will. You're a freak of nature. Like, well, you can't.
Well, the
once you start, are you still working on the D2 one? The D2.
I haven't touched it in a while, but yeah.
Well, yeah, it's still in your mind. You just don't want to do it.
I might do it, but the thing is, like, you have to beat the game once in order to get to unlock the hardest difficulty level. Then you get, but everything carries over to new games. So it's not like you have to do it from scratch. So which is good, because that would be insufferable, and I wouldn't do it. I would just play the game. But
insufferable. I
would just play. Yeah, I'm not gonna I'm gonna sit down and consider. Like, okay, well, what trophies do I have left once I finish the story? I'm trying to feel like, is it worthwhile for me to do it, or do I want to just chip away at it? So I might chip away at it. Who knows? But I'm really just finishing D4. I'm trying to get some stuff done around the house. So I haven't really had outside of D4. I haven't had really much time to play much of anything else. But I am like Baldur's Gate does come out for console next week, so there's that. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I was laughing at the chat because BD said the only person whose life involved GameStop more in the last 5 years than Kronda was the Roaring Kitty guy. Who is the Roaring Kitty guy?
What? I don't even know who that is. What is that?
Who knows?
I don't know, but I'd love to know what that meant. It is true. I do. I feel like I have I always have a GameStop story.
It's great. I love that you have a GameStop story. That's
GameStop is
GameStop won't stop.
You know, what's funny is I watch these videos
got stocks, baby. I'm ready. It's going to the moon any day now.
I watch these videos on TikTok of like people that'll like do pranks, and they'll go to I think this shit's funny. If I was working at GameStop and somebody did this with me, I feel like I would laugh, but like they'll like take a picture of the employee or whatever and then print them on the front of it. And like one of them they did was like Thugcraft or something like that. It was like the picture of the employee with the black sunglasses and like how they do like the Thug Life meme on somebody with the joint, but it was like the guy and he had like the Minecraft sword. And it was like Thugcraft, but it was like the employee itself. And like they brought it in to like trade it in. I mean, obviously they're doing a prank video and the employee got like really fucking mad about it and like kicked him out of the store. And I was like, dude, I would think that's fucking hilarious if somebody did that to me. But
I think it's also you got to remember, like, you're working. You don't always want to be a part of some dumb internet video.
If somebody brought in a video game with me on the cover of it and it was called Thug Life or Thugcraft, I would want that. Like I would want to keep that myself. I would be like, bro, I can trade this in, but like I will personally take this off you because this is fucking hilarious.
No, like, I hear you. I just, you never know what that dude had to go on.
I know.
He's not trying to have a phone in his face and having that, like
I am.
There's a really funny TikTok cringe. And all the videos, that's all those videos are.
I gotta check this out.
Like, yo, what's up, bro? You just do it. And it's people like, please leave me alone.
Like, I need to see this. I need to see this.
Just leave me alone,
dude. Can I just say that Reddit is one of the best things that ever happened to the internet? Like
the best and worst, probably.
Oh, easily,
healthy combo,
easily.
Their recent shenanigans are not great.
Oh, what they do recently?
What happened?
Oh, with the whole like they wanted to like overcharge for API usage.
Oh yeah, the API stuff.
Stuff. That's why I stopped using Reddit for the most part. So
yeah, true. A lot of subreddits went dark because of that. So about a video game that I forgot I was playing. There's a new update.
You play video games?
There's an update for Phasmophobia that we played the other day. Everything has been reset, so we don't have any money anymore. We lost everything. And at first we were all like, oh, this fucking sucks. And we played a game and we had one flashlight. We had like no items and we're all walking through this house. Only one of us had a flashlight. So we're like, like it was actually fucking scary. I actually got scared again. I haven't been scared playing the game because you have everything. You're just like fucking speed running at this point when you had every single like ability of stuff. And it was fucking tight. They redid like almost every item. They redid how ghosts interact with you. They redid like straight up everything. And it's like tight. It's tight. I didn't stream it. I'm sorry. I actually probably will start streaming it. Cause I want to start playing it again more. Cause it was so much fun. It was really fun just to like not have anything like, you know what I mean? Like, starting over from scratch pretty much,
Yep.
Loved it. Big fan of it.
I'm pretty stoked. They actually just announced in World of Warcraft that the Icecrown Citadel goes on PTR next week, and that is the final phase for Wrath of the Lich King. So I'm pretty excited. I got 3 raids that I organize now, and I am extremely excited about it because this is the Lich King. This is what I've been working for, right? I've got to kill this motherfucker on heroic. I've never done it before, so it's like my big goal. And
then what? And then you're done.
And then I'm done. Yeah, I don't want to play Cataclysm. I actually know that like I play too much WoW, but I don't know. I have like no interest in Cataclysm. It just doesn't. I want to move on to something different, but I definitely am very hyped to kill the Lich King. That's just something that, like you with any platinum trophy, it's like the same thing for me. When I played the original Wrath of the Lich King, I never killed the Lich King on heroic, and here the stakes are a lot higher due to the fact that number one, I'm going to raids where people bid on the items with gold, and number two, I am one of the organizers of those events, which means that I benefit much more than everybody else. So your boy is pretty ready for that shit to happen. So, yeah.
All right. Curious. Let me know how it goes. Are you streaming it those raids at all or no?
So, yeah, people want me to stream it, but like I'm afraid to do it because like I am the one that has like the loot log. Like I have like when I distribute loot, like I have the ledger and everything. And
yeah.
Well, like there was a thing that happened one time where like we were in the middle of a raid and we so right now, Trial of the Grand Crusader has 5 bosses, and then we moved to Ulduar, right? So I bid out all the items from Trial of the Grand Crusader. Like, we killed all 5 bosses, and then we sat down for like 15, 20 minutes, did all the loot, and I have all the ledger. We move over to Ulduar. We're getting ready to do things. My power goes out, and I restart my computer. The whole ledger's gone. Like, and usually, like, when you log out, it just like saves itself. But dude, the whole thing was gone. So I had to pull up somebody's Twitch stream and rewatch the whole thing and re-add each item manually for the rest of the raid. It literally took me the rest of the raid to do it. And I was shitting my pants the whole time, because like I'm the one that has everything at stake, because I have all the money. Like, I'm holding like 600,000 gold, which in WoW is like, I mean, if you were to go buy that, you know, online, that's like $1,200 worth of gold. So like, you can't just like disappear with 600,000 gold. You know what I mean? So like, people were freaking out. It was a whole thing. So that's why I worry about streaming, because I don't know if it would fuck my internet or not.
You could always also just like, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. It's not really necessarily people like seeing. I
could give a shit what people are seeing, because I'm completely legitimate about what I'm doing. You can, like, so the coolest fucking thing about doing what I do is there's an add-on in the game called Gargle, and Gargle keeps track of everything, dude. So like, if anybody were to come and say like, oh shit, Crondo's doing this, I could be like, well, here, let me just fucking copy paste the ledger and be like, fuck you, no, you're wrong. Like, you're very clear. I have so, but if something were to happen where I get kicked off and I have to redo the whole thing, it's just mostly a pain in the ass for me. So anyways,
that's fair.
But
that's fair.
The one last thing, the final item that drops off the Lich King, well, I should say, the item that everybody wants to get is Shadowmourne. That's like the Lich King's weapon, and it doesn't necessarily drop from him, but like, you have to like get it over a period of time, because it like, you get fragments or whatever. Well, someone bid 1.5 million gold on it in one of our runs, which is a significant amount of money, man. That's like, I don't know how somebody gets that much gold, but 1.5 million is a lot. So that's how bad people want this thing. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That means it's good money in your pocket.
It means your boy is going to have every item that he ever dreamed of.
You could like Scrooge McDuck it and just jump into all the gold.
I currently am Scrooge McDuck in that game. Like, I have a absurd amount of money in that game. Like, I didn't set out to become a whale in the game, but I am one, and people know it now. So it's like a good thing and a bad thing, because they expect you to spend a lot of money, but I have like an obscene amount of money in the game. So like, it just doesn't matter. I can spend more than, at this point, my characters have everything almost. So anyways, it's been, it's kind of crazy. I wish I could stream it, because y'all don't realize that like, I'm kind of like kingpin shit right now, levels of shit.
You should just
like,
do it.
I actually like it's kind of funny. Like, I actually organized for the #2 speedrunning guild in North America. Like, it's not a joke. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why I don't stream it, but yeah. I don't know how I fell into it. It's kind of weird the way that it happened, but yeah.
Everyone's got a side hustle.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Anyway, I know.
The question is, Crondo is running a Superman 3 scam on that gold. No. What's the Superman 3 scam? That's oddly specific. I've never seen Superman 3.
Fair enough. Well, anyway, I know that we're getting close on time, and
does Dom have to bail?
Yeah, we all got stuff to do essentially today.
I don't have stuff to do.
I'm sure you got some raid shit, don't you?
Are you trying to say that like my life I have nothing going on? Are you trying to guilt me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. as long as we're on the same page.
Yes, that is correct.
That's not worse. That's not.
I know. That is not worse. I know.
Anyway, no, we got. I got to finish up ripping out the.
Just gotta go catch them all.
Gotta go catch them all.
Gotta go catch them all.
Great. Anyway, thanks everyone for coming out. You can find us on Instagram at og.podcast. Our X is OverAchievers_P. Our website is ogpodcast.fm, where we get this episode and every episode where we talk about video games and what we're playing, what we're looking forward to,
like a Pokeball,
and a little bit of gaming news. Why are you doing that like a tassel?
Thank God we don't have children watching this.
I know. Pokemon.
Oh my goodness. If you're watching this later, I'm sorry.
Someone make a GIF out of that, please. Who used to make all the GIFs out of me doing dumb shit?
Who was that? I remember someone used to do that.
I know. Dang.
But no,
bring it back.
Used to happen. Anyway, thanks everyone. We'll catch you all soon, and then until next time, we'll see you all in like 2 weeks.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.